Welcome to the DTC Insider podcast, where online business owners come to find actionable tips and tactics to grow their businesses. Now, here's your host, Brian Roisenthal.
Hey, welcome to another episode. I'm Brian Roisenthal, your host, and today I'm super excited to welcome Danil Saliukov. He's the co-founder and CEO of Insense. I'm sure many of you have heard a lot about the company, but in case you didn't, it's a cutting-edge platform that connects brands with creators for high-quality content production and data-driven video optimization. With the rise of TikTok Shop and the evolving landscape of social commerce, Daniel is here to share how brands can leverage creator content to maximize both organic reach and paid social performance. We'll dive into strategies for finding the right creators, managing those partnerships, and the best ways to compensate creators while ensuring impactful results. Hey, Daniel, thanks for being on the show.
Thanks so much for inviting me, Brian.
Yeah, so the intro was with no pressure at all,
Right, no pressure at all. Like, hey, here you go. Like, just tell us like how to win a social
Yeah,
media
so I
game.
promise Daniel will talk about this, and but I had the pleasure of meeting you over Zoom as well the last time, and the conversation was very, very interesting already, and we covered actually a few of these stuff, so I'm confident that we will record a great episode. So why don't we get started? What's Insense? I know I said a thing or two in the intro, but could you please tell more about it to the audience?
Yeah, absolutely. Instance is a creator marketplace that helps primarily e-commerce brands and agencies to get connected with UGC creators and micro-influencers for a couple of reasons. One of them is how to bring high performance for the ads, Meta ads, TikTok ads, TikTok Shop ads, whatever ads, by creating UGC or running whitelisted campaigns. And the second objective is how to scale my influencer campaigns, because influencer marketing had been involved a lot with the recent rise of TikTok and then TikTok Shop. So right now, if you're not working with influencers, you're missing a lot, right? So those both parts we're covering. And the easiest way how to describe that, because many of you have been using Upwork or Fiverr, like freelancer marketplace. In many ways, it's a Upwork or Fiverr, but super niche for both sides. So you are not going to Fiverr or Upwork to find the best influencer to partner up or creating UGC. You're going to Insense. So that's what we have built for you.
Yeah. Now, we have like TikTok Shop. We have, YouTube Shopping. Social commerce is here to stay. Some people say that, of course, some people know it's like it's in the early stages, but many people say like it's here to stay and it will evolve, and it's a wave that, everyone should, surf, because it's here for the long run. It's not a fad that, will end soon. What do you think about that? What do you think about the boom of, TikTok Shop and YouTube Shopping versus the previous era of e-commerce?
Yeah, I think it's going to be only evolving. Social commerce, it's only in the beginning, especially in the Western world. We're not here to talk about China because I don't have much of expertise, but whenever I'm going there, I'm just fascinating. It's way beyond, right, the entire markets and the Asian markets, not only Chinese market, but the Asian markets, the way how they approach and the way how they consume and buy things, it's fascinating, right? But social commerce is definitely on the rise here in the Western world. That's 100%. And I think it's the whole landscape has been changing because of TikTok Shop in many ways, because this is the first platform who figure out how to combine affiliate marketing, influencer marketing, and paid social all together. So we have been observed in many ways how Meta have some success with paid social and working with kind of like combining the commerce. Though the crucial component was how to partner up with the influencers on affiliate business model was missing. So TikTok Shop resolved that. So it's a combination of everything. So definitely the more we're going there, the more social commerce will play the crucial role. And right now influencers are performing really nice. My next bet is going to be that us, like Brian or Daniel, going to be recommend to their friends and using some of the links. And because I'm trusting people that I know, not only following but know, and 100% I'm gonna go and buy. And you've been observed this behaviors in your lifetime 100%. So I think social commerce is only going to be increasing.
Yeah, 100%. And, I had the pleasure of interviewing a lot of, amazing brands and amazing people. And one of them is John Roman. He's the founder and CEO of BattleBox. And we are recording this in September. And today I saw a post on LinkedIn that he was saying that the he's, I know they are doing a lot of things on TikTok Shop. And he was saying that in these few months that or in this time they've been experimenting with it, they saw that no matter how good of a content they tried and they put together for TikTok, the creators content was outbidding their nice looking content, because they do produce good looking content for long form and short form. So he was saying like they clearly, the algorithm, or so he says, is favoring this kind of content, so this is how big the whole thing of creator, etc. is.
100%. Creator marketing definitely dominates right now in e-commerce, and many people they have been saying that UGC is dead, especially last year. That was the high topic in D2C Twitter. Though it's definitely not that it's evolving, and I wouldn't say focus on only on UGC or created related content. Definitely, you should be using a mix of the creatives whenever you're preparing for Q4. And Q4, this is the topic that we're going to be approaching later on, I believe. But it should be static images. It should be a nice looking content. It should be UGC. It should be the mix of everything. But I would say many of our customers, they have 50% of their creative library, it's UGC content or like creator or influencer content, whatever like the name you prefer, but it's going to be about human sharing their experience about the product and the fact that they're going to getting or sharing the story, why they found that this product actually works and why I'm ready to testimony for this product. As simple as it is, the nature of the new social media is where I want to hear your story. I want to listen real human sharing this story. And if it's going to be resonate with me, I'm going to go and purchase, right? Or at least explore and remember.
Real quick before we continue with the episode, let me tell you something. If you own or work for a DTC brand and you're not hitting your revenue and profitability goals, you're not alone. Things are getting harder, and what used to work doesn't anymore. That's why it's important to find a business-oriented partner that's focused on improving the levers that will change the game for your business. And believe me, it is possible. At BSR Digital, to give you an example, we have recently helped our clients generate between, listen well, 80 and 700K in extra monthly revenue. If you'd like to explore how we could do the same for you and your business, head on over to bsrdigital.com and book a call with us. Yeah, how we were saying about UGC, I read that too, and yeah, everyone was talking about that. And what I do believe is that AGC, actor generated content, I'm not sure that it's dead, but people can tell that it's faked, so eh, that there's an actor saying one thing about a brand and probably they don't believe that, they don't. So I do believe that people can already tell whether people feel something about it or not most of the times, and we also need to be, that's a resource, having someone else to talk on your brand's behalf. But how you use it should change, because everyone is using it in the same way, and it's no longer a blue ocean, right?
It's not blue ocean 100%. And my perspective on AGC, actor generated content, is that uh, it's it could work really well if you nail down the game. Uh, though in many ways, yes, 100%, you can feel that this person is just acting in front of the camera. A bit of fake. It's so nice looking, even though it's UGC. So the sound is amazing. Everything is amazing, and then you just oh my gosh, like why I'm looking at TV commercial in the format of UGC. That's kind of like the vibe that it's external. And that's not something that we want to achieve, because UGC should be authentic, should be scrappy, sometimes missing the sound, sometimes shaky in a video, because it's a human talking to the camera, right? It's a human sharing the experience. I'm not saying AGC doesn't work. No, it works, and I know a couple of folks who have found the success there. Though the concern for me for AGC right now is the recent regulations of FTC that have been launched just a month ago or so. So Federal Trade Commission here in the US, right? I'm not talking about the global market because it's
Yeah.
different. It's only for the US market. So what they recently released was about the fake testimonials, fake bots, and fake reviews. So for instance, Instagram followers, if you have bought a lot of bots, so this is illegal. And all companies who are providing this service is illegal, right? For Twitter, Instagram, or whatever. So this is something that the FTC finally stand out like clearly, because it's been a years or decade of companies who are buying like fake followers and all of this stuff. That's number one. The second one is a fake reviews. It's where people never tried the product, though they producing testimonials or reviews that's saying that, oh, actually like look at my skin, but this person never applied the skin. Moreover, if the product should show you results within the not within, after 30 days of using this product, that's something that it's also under the question. If me as an actor, I'm only received this product right now, even though I apply this product on my skin or like inside of my body, and then I'm saying that, but by official information, this product should have some effect after 30 days. So this is illegal by FTC standards. So that's why like the actor generated content, it's also under the question that all studios who providing, or creative agencies who providing this service, they need to think about by providing this products in advance and making sure that they're going to be applying. And someone will say that, oh, influencers and creators, they also not reusing your products. Well, that's on them. You can ask them. They're going to be fined by them. FTC is going to be asking them about have you tried this product and so on, but they're not going to be asking you. But if you know that you're going to be using the actors who just came to the studio this day and shoot the video of the product that they never tried, with the scripted content, this is illegal by the standards of FTC that have been released just a month ago.
I wasn't aware of that, but I can see how it benefits and hurts different people,
Yeah.
but mostly it benefits the authenticity that we are trying to defend here, because we are in a tough era, and probably people said that like all the time throughout history, like we are in a tough moment, but we truly are, because there was a huge inflection point with the rise of AI. And of course, now it's easier than ever for someone to say that they did something that they didn't and influence hundreds or thousands or hundreds of thousands or millions of people, right? Before you needed to be in front of probably in front of a TV camera, right? And that was probably an access for only a few people, right? Now
Yeah.
everyone with a phone, teenager, even like my kids used to watch YouTube because they no longer watch YouTube for now. They are 5-year-old, only like half an hour a day or so, and they used to
Mm-hmm.
watch this channel of these like probably 6-year-old, 7-year-old with her father, doing funny stuff and blah. Many of them are famous worldwide. Like I'm in Argentina, so this is already worldwide because he was from the US, I'm from Russia or other
Yeah.
countries. And it's like, what the heck? So everyone has the power of recording things these days. And if it's going to be faked, or if it's going to be now with the rise of AI avatars,
Oh,
the
yes.
avatars as well. So it's like, I was testing a tool the other day. I thought, I don't know if I told you or somebody else, because I was surprised. I was on the website of this tool, and then I was watching the demo video, and the demo was about finding these AI influencers. And at one point, the woman presenting the video said, "Hey, here you have a list of people you can choose from, like AI actors. And hey, there is me, because guess what? I'm also an AI. And it was like, what the heck? It was like, no way. So this is truly a different era. So authenticity needs to have a place somehow. And this is a start,
100%.
at least. Yeah. So
100%. And I think like to your point about this authenticity and in AI, this is from one hand, it's fascinating a moment that we're living in because right now you can create movies within, just like you and I can create a movie if we're talent to put scenario behind and so on. You and I, right? I'm not sure about you, but I have zero skills in filmmaking, right? So this is fascinating, the way how I see the technology here in Gen AI. Though it's at the same time, it's scary because sometimes you don't understand like, is it a real person or not? That's what the entire humanity is happening right now. And when it comes to UGC, it's also the question about ethics, like ethical question. Do I want to be advertised by the person that have never been existed? And do I want my kids is going to be advertised by that? This is the big question, and that's again like some good news in my opinion that the FTC is already regulated that. So, for instance, for all Gen AI content that have been produced, you need to use the mark that is being used with Gen AI. That's number one. And secondly, for all consumable product that's applied to your body or inside of your body, it's prohibited to use any AI avatars. It's just prohibited. You cannot do that. It's illegal. And this is something that I to be honest, like support, not because I'm running the company in that space, but because I don't want to see Brian and seeing that hi, Brian is recommending me new soda, but Brian doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want
exactly,
as just a human being.
exactly, yeah. It's a new type of scam, I would say, because in the end, it's a
In a
scam.
way.
If I'm not saying that I'm real, like, what's the point? What we need to redefine what an influencer is, after all, because an influencer has influencers, but we have never had to define that that influencer is a human being in the past.
Yeah.
And now, if it's not, can we really have AI influencers? Of course, the answer is yes. Everything is possible in life. Now I believe anything that I, but the ethics will play a bigger role in this work. But yeah, anyway, I just want to ask about the following. I don't know about you, but I get from clients and people I speak with all the time. Like sometimes for some brands, they are they got their feet wet and way beyond with the creators, influencers, etc. But many others who are listening to this or watching this, why not? They haven't, because it's like a black box. They're afraid. They don't know how to get started. And so, what could you tell them? What are some of the ways to get started with creators for TikTok Shop or anything else?
Yeah, it's a good question. It really depends where your business at, right? If you're just a beginner, you have a few grand of sales, definitely not using like any services like Insense and paying hundreds for the subscription. It just doesn't make sense, right? I would recommend for those who just starting the things, and to be honest, like even though like for more advanced brands, founder generated content. This is the most powerful thing that you could imagine. Even though like you are not able to act in front of the camera or you assume you cannot act, you know what, like there is a reason why you launch this business, and there is a story to tell, right? Why you launch this business. I know, let's say skincare for men, because I couldn't find the specific for uh whatever, or like the specific tone of the skin, right? There is a story behind of that, so you can tell that in front of your camera in UGC style, and the only cost of that is going to be your time you invest, the simplest way, and you're going to be a creator, right? So that's number one. The second one, you can find some of the content that have been produced already by some of the users. Yeah, that's another way how you can search for the specific hashtags and wherever, and then reach out to those influencers and ask them, or like users to ask them. The third one is activate your user base. in many ways, and to be honest, 80% of this content is not going to be used ever because the quality, it's not there. Not every person know how to create the content, and they don't have any motivations to create the right one, even though you're going to be promised 10% of whatever, like the next sales or whatever. But still, you can find some of the great pieces of the content. You can activate them through the different services, or just asking themselves as the separate question in your email activations flow. Another way, Twitter. So you can use Twitter to find UGC creators. The downside of that is that they don't have portfolio, many of them, or even though they have portfolio, you cannot vet this portfolio is real or not, and then you cannot verify that they're able to follow the guidelines and they're going to be nice in communications. So there are a lot of missing points, but still, it's a free. It's your time only to reach out to all of these people. Another way how to find and source UGC creators. For the micro influencers, I would say the easiest way how to establish the first relations is seeding campaigns. So prepare a special PR package, influencer package, like a box of the products, and write a note to all of these influencers and send to them. Just to send. No strings attached. You're going to be sending 100 packages. You're going to be receive maybe 15 replies with some content or even publications. But that's the way how you're going to be capture the attention of those influencers and starting building relations, and focus on those who are smaller. Do not go for millions and so on, because those influencers who have millions of followers, they receive hundreds of these packages. It's really hard to stand out, right? And many of them, they already expect only paid collaborations, only in case that your product is going to be, in that niche that they were expected, and they fascinated about the quality of the product over. But it's really hard to stand out compared with so many other folks. So start with those who have 10,000 followers, 25,000 followers, those people who are actually underappreciated in the market, and they're ready to give a shout about your product and grow with your brand. So convert them to ambassadors. This is the easiest way how to start if you're a beginner. If you're a more advanced brand, so definitely you already have some scale, you might have someone dedicated person inside of your team, then this is the right timing when it comes to thinking about automations and considering some marketplaces or softwares that will help you to automate your UGC creation or influencer management. So in that case, it makes sense to consider companies like Insense.
Yeah, one thing I wanted to say, because everything you said is great, and I recently heard someone say something that was probably super on point, and I wanted to validate that with you, because some brands might be thinking, most brands get pitched all the time by services providers such as myself, agencies and all kind of providers, right? They typically pitch to probably retail stores or chains, but most of the times they get pitched, not the other way around, right? And this time, creators have the upper hand, right? Not the brands. And it's not as finding a freelancer on Upwork, Fiverr, or any other platform, as you said, and getting people to do something for you. It's like, if you truly want not a video editor or a services provider, but you want a, influencer, a creator, it's it's like for an agency or any B2B business, like it's like doing cold outreach, isn't it?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, exactly. It's a cold outreach, and this is something that you need to prepare yourself. Investing in cold outreach, because in that case you need to think about the topics for emails or DMs, and then the text and the format. You need to control. You need to put some processes in place and educate the person who is going to be doing this cold outreach. And also you need to expect that, for instance, like TikTok Shop, right, as the example, they have native affiliate center where it's free. If you're a TikTok Shop seller, you can send over DMs to influencers and invite them to the campaigns. And there are 100,000 of affiliate influencers in the platform who would potentially would love to work with your brand. But the problem is a response rate, especially right now. A year ago, it was a completely different story. Right now, the response rate across the many sellers, it's 0.4%.
Because it's so crowded and they receive a lot of
It
messages.
Exactly. So there are so many sellers. There are not that many influencers who joined. I mean, many influencers, but still not that many. There are cross-border sellers. So those who are selling in the UK, they're able to sell in the US or from China to the US, right? So it's a crowded space. And one influencer who already have performed something and they already able to sell, they're receiving 50, 100 new DMs as a new gigs a day. So it's impossible to kind of like click all of them and also verify whether this brand is actually the one that I would love to work with, or it's a drop shipper. With all respect to drop shippers, sometimes there is no brand, or you are not sure about the quality behind the product, right? So they don't have the time to do the whole compliance work, understanding, am I ready to promote this product or not? Maybe this supplement is actually going to be, is it like licensed or not? That's the questions that they can ask themselves. Or am I able to sell this product or not? Because maybe there is a wrong reputation for this product. They don't have time to go through 100 new messages a day about the new products. So making sure that they're going to be applying for that. So you need to prepare yourselves for the cold outreach. The response rate is going to be lower. This is the game. And there are going to be a lot of no's, because many entrepreneurs, they are not able to consume no's. Like say hearing no, it's painful, right? And not every entrepreneur get to the point that it's better to get no than no response. So you will receive both no response and no's for those cold outreach approach.
If I got it right, and of course, to do a quick recap for the audience, basically, they have like the creators, influencers, they have the upper hand. This is like doing outreach, meaning that you will need to have somebody or a team, why not, dedicated to this alone. And there is a native, you know, way of doing this, but it's, the response rates are really low because it's really, really crowded. It's a red ocean right now. And that's why platforms like yours exist, right? Because one way or the other, you need to invest in this as a brand, right? It's not something that you will DM someone, and probably some brands listening to this or watching, probably like me a few months ago, are thinking like, well, if I post something about it, create content for us, they're going to be lining up to do that. And probably for a few is going to be true, but for most of them, it's going to be the other way around, right? They are going to need to be proactively, trying to get these people to work for them. So one way or the other, you need to do it. So let's say they want to go the easy route and they want to say, okay, I'll pay. What can you guys at Instance do for us? How does it work?
Yeah. That's exactly when instance it makes sense for you. Once you would be ready to get more high quality work, and only instance, right? There are other companies like Aspire or Hashtag Paid. Depends on the side of your business, right? We are targeting to those brands who are doing from 1 mil to 15 mil. I would say we have brands who are doing 9 figures or even more than that. But again, I think the sweet spot where we feel that we starting making the difference, starting point is somewhere between 1 mil to 15 mil. So that's the exact difference between Insense and so many other solutions, including the cold outreach, is that we make creators come to you. You list the offer and they feel a safe zone. It's definitely not the crazy scale. You are not able to facilitate thousands or hundred thousands relations within the platform, because we have a vetted network of creators, which is 50,000 of them right now sign up on the platform. Though at the same time, the quality is there. You would be able to find those influencers who give a shout out about your TikTok shop activation or just about your brand, but in return, you will receive higher quality content. This is why we have built that. It's more a bit of premium solution, if you will. But you need to understand like when is the right moment, because I've been observed that those brands who just started, they subscribe with us, even so we're saying them and almost begging them no. We're saying that, okay, for the UGC, if you're a beginner, go to below. If influencers go and do like just a sitting campaigns by finding creators here and there, it doesn't make sense for you to pay money right away, learn the things, come for us for the scale. So this is the right moment. But the way how it works is pretty much like Upwork. Submit your listing, your offer, select type of the creators that you would like to work with. They will come and apply with the different price points. You're going to be chat with them within the platform, and then they're going to be receiving, delivering the all work, like a content or publication that you can approve, and then we're going to be releasing the funds to them. So we just simplifying the entire stuff.
So let me rewind for a sec. So let's say I'm a brand. Let's say I'm in the right phase, the right growth phase. Let's say I sync up with you guys, and then I, create a listing for these creators, and then how does that relationship continue? Like, how, how I kind of look for them, they look for me after I create this listing, and then what's the first interaction between the two parties? Do they buy like my product? Do they give the product away? And how does it work?
It really depends on the way how you establish the campaign, but basically you list your offer and then you're saying that, is it a seeding campaign? So meaning that I don't, me as a creator, I don't expect to receive any payment. I will receive the product in no strings attached. But if I like the product, I can start building my relations with brand, and then I'm going to be producing the content or even publish something socially. This is one of the way. Another way is that I'm going to be expected to get paid for the work, and the product should be shipped, or I need to buy a product on Amazon, and then I'm going to be reimbursed. There are like different ways how to set up this kind of work, but we're going to be matching you only to those creators who are the best fit in terms of the programs. So let's say creators who are based only in California and female and age 25, 35 years old in these specific verticals. So we're going to be matching you with the right folks, and then they're going to be applying for these campaigns. And if you would expect more creators, we're going to be making sure that we're going to be extend this search for more creators to bring them on. But you will see that what are the qualifications of them, what are the badge, what is the ranking inside of the platform. So is it like a 5-star creator, is it a 4-star creator, is it a high responsive creator? So in that case, you can make and justify whether it makes sense or not working with them, and just chatting with them directly.
Just for anyone who's wondering this, like, what's the classic, or I'm sure there are many ways, and you mentioned a few of them already, like compensation structures,
Mhm.
because of course, as you said, some of them might do it for the product. Some of them might want to get paid once, but some others might want to get a percentage. So which ones, if you had to choose one or two, are the ones that scale the most and put the brand in a position of still being profitable? Because of course, if you give someone 30% of revenue, amazing, but then probably you're not profitable as a brand. So what do you think about this? What have you seen on the platform at least?
Yeah. Again, so many different cases. Every single brand is so different, right? There are high margin products, there are like low margin products. So you should find your right pricing strategy when it comes to dealing with influencers. Seeding campaigns, the cost for you is going to be only the package and the shipping cost, right? As simple as it is. So this is the easiest way, because it's not going to be involving any payment compensation. But then what is going to be the success rate? And what does it mean success rate? How many content or publications you're going to be received in return for the product that you have been shipped. So this is one of the way. Another way, if it's going to be paid company. So for instance, like for TikTok Shop, many folks, they assume that it's only affiliate fees, right? So a year ago, only affiliate fees was something that good to go right away for almost any brand. So because of the rise of the competition right now on the marketplace of TikTok Shop affiliates, it's not longer this story. Because imagine if you are not Nike, if you are not Apple, if you're not well-known brands that I would love to work with you, so how are you going to be stand out yourself? And then you need to calculate the margins that you're going to be sharing, meaning that, okay, affiliate fee is going to be involved. I think that on average right now it's between 15-20% compensation from the sales that they have been generated in GMV, right? So this is something that you would be sharing with the creators. But again, you need to just understand your math there. And I would say it makes sense. TikTok Shop is going to be make sense if your AOV is going to be around $50 to $100. So above that, it's challenging to sell. Lower than that, it maybe not make sense for your unit economics. Though what we also found that it's not only 15 or 20% affiliate fee, but you need to also pay some smaller fee, let's say $30 or $50 fixed fee for the creator. So in that case, you can find those who are able to produce better content. It helps you to stand out somehow because in return, they will receive at least $50. They have no idea whether they're able to sell your product or not. But once you capture the attention, so go with the highest affiliate fees and a fixed price to find the winners. Once you found the winners, 100% you will say that, hey, we would love to continue working with you, but with no fixed fee, though, like we're going to be ready to share something in advance. Are you going to be interested or not? If they already make 10 grand out of your product, they will say, yes, 100%. Please do not pay me fixed fee ever. Just continue feeding me like better products and ideas how to promote your products. So you need to capture the attention, and then you're going to be continue scaling with that. But the general advice at the beginning, go with a max. So in that case, you're going to be capturing the attention, though continue with those winners, just to make sure that your unit economics is going to be working.
So basically get their attention and then sit down with them and negotiate the
Exactly.
relationship continues. Okay, great. Amazing, great. So I want to quit my job now and go be a creator because it's like it's amazing. I mean, people I cannot even start putting myself in a position of a kid right now, of a teenager. Like they no longer need to wait to be adults. Like, let's face it, they didn't need to wait before either in other generations, but kind of, unless you were an actor or like, you know it was hard for a kid to be an entrepreneur, let's say. Now, the other day I have 5-year-old twins, and I was in the kindergarten waiting for them to to leave. And then I was talking to this mom that has a 9-year-old, and she told me that the kid created a YouTube channel for himself, and she caught him creating some videos. And by the time they realized that, he already had 9-year-old hundreds of subscribers on YouTube. So it was like,
Wow. Let's go.
yeah, but the parents were like, you shut down that right now, right now. So
Mhm.
I don't blame them. I don't have a 9-year-old. I'm not in that position yet to judge them. But that's what we are facing right now. It's like, where do we draw the line, right? But yeah,
Yeah.
I don't want to go into that rabbit hole. My apology, but it's like, this is so crazy what we are living in. It's like everyone is working so hard, and they are working so hard too. But it looks like, oh, I want to be a creator now, as if it was easy. But I don't know. What do you think? Do
But
you want to?
I, this is a good question. When I get some intel about how much our creators are making on our platform and on TikTok Shop, and like someone is reporting, oh, last month I made 20 grand, and I'm just like, oh wow, that's cool, right? But then again, they're talented in the creative space, so I'm not that talented. I can talk about creator marketing. I'm not able to kind of like dance or
You can
acting in front of the camera in a nice way,
with the iPhone.
right? But still, I think the point is that look, with the whole Gen AI stuff, many jobs they're gonna be replaced. So it's not needed to do like some not the most sophisticated work, right? So that's why I think the humanity is going to this stage where it should be more about what we like to do, how to share this stuff, rather than doing less sophisticated job, right? So that's why it's okay being a creator. I think this is the world that we're living in, and that's something that we should be accept. Because imagine 100 years ago, people were on the farms, kind of like, oh, not 100, like 200 years, right? The farms, right? So it wasn't about the industrialization, about like creating some goods and all of the stuff. So it was more about producing the products to feed people, right? So then in 100 years, industrialization happened, and then the whole world changed. So right now we are getting to the stage where people can afford to spend more time in socials, consuming the content, who say that it's not something bad, right? The way, what kind of the content and how much you're spending there, this is the question. But yeah, I think being a creator is definitely a job right now.
Yeah, I think that like what used to be a hobby, playing video games, you have the esports now and going through,
Exactly.
through social media, like it's becoming a job. And this is not new. Like esports have a few years now, creators as well, but they have more tools now than before to monetize what's theirs. And man, I wish we could have like 1,000 more hours to chat because I have a lot of things to ask and discuss. But for the creator economy, one quick thing I will say before we go is that when everyone was talking about Web3 and blockchain and blah blah, it was in everyone's mouth. There was a platform, I don't remember the name right now, that allowed everyone to create a coin. Uh,
Mm,
the base coin was Ethereum or another coin, but they allow it to create Daniel coin, Brian coin. And the beauty of that is that if I was an influencer or creator, I could actually monetize my everything, and it's like shares, uh we if you buy let's say mentorship from me, instead of paying me
uh-huh.
dollars, you pay me with these coins. And even if you decide to stop your membership, you have the coins, you can sell them, you can buy more, but you have the coins. Like, so, and the more your coin appreciates, the base coin appreciates too, and the other way around. So it was a
Mm-hmm.
huge thing, and I thought it was going to explode at any moment, but I stopped listening about it. And then, of course, altogether about Web3 and all the stuff for because of AI. But it's huge, and these now, TikTok Shop, YouTube Shopping, it's huge for them
Yeah,
right now. But anyway, I know
100%.
time. I want to be respectful of your time. So before we go, uh, I have something that is called like a gratitude moment. Sometimes it could be a book, or sometimes it could be a person. In this case, I think based on our conversation offline, that you have someone to give a shout out to. So please go ahead.
Yeah, I think I have a person that I've been following quite some time before he became a creator in the space. His name is Jon Snow, like the character Jonathan Snow. He's a really he's a founder of the Snow Agency together with Daniel. They
Yeah,
became my great friends. They've been using Incense for quite some time. And whenever I spoke to John, he was sharing some great knowledge. And just this year, he finally been encouraged to launch his newsletter. And I found this newsletter is one of the most powerful one, because there is no fluffy words. There is always something, not kind of like, oh, someone is launched. He's digesting the information and sharing the some great nuggets for the audience. I found every time I found this is one of the best newsletter that I'm actually waiting for and spending my dedicated time to read it carefully and digest this information also. So it's called In the Snow, I believe, newsletter.
it's a
So
letter. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, it's a
this
great
is
one.
one of the best one.
Amazing.
Jon
So
Snow. Follow him on LinkedIn and Twitter. He's definitely the OG in the space when it comes to social commerce, by the way. So if you want to learn more about TikTok Shop, his agency was one of the first ones who starting doing the all cool stuff.
I follow the guy on LinkedIn. I'm subscribed to his newsletter. So amazing,
Yeah.
amazing shout out. So Daniel, it was amazing to have you here. So before we go, where can people go to learn more about you and Insense?
Yeah, Insense is pretty simple. It's insense.pro, INSENSE.pro. So this is the simple way. This is the blog post. You can subscribe on our newsletter. We're also trying to share the information and just learning from you, and then transfer this back to the community. About me, follow me on Twitter and LinkedIn. It's pretty much simple. It's my name and last name, Danil Saliukov. So just follow me, just comment, ask me something in DMs. I'm always trying to be helpful as much as I can.
Amazing. As always, if you're listening to this or watching, make sure to go to the DTCinsider.com. Once you find the episode, you will find all the show notes there, including the In the Snow newsletter and, of course, the social handle for LinkedIn X and the website instance.pro. Daniel, it was a pleasure to have you here. Thank you again for sharing, because you shared a lot of golden nuggets as well. So thank you for doing that.
Thanks so much, Brian, and thanks so much for your podcast.
This episode was brought to you by BSR Digital. We help DTC brands grow through paid ads and email marketing campaigns. If you'd like us to help your business grow, head on over to bsrdigital.com and schedule a call with us.